Welcome to Golden Faces UK. Today, we are stepping into the grand halls of Downton Abbey, 2010 to 2015, the acclaimed British period drama that captured hearts around the world. Set in the early 20th century, the series followed the lives of the aristocratic Crawley family and their loyal servants as they navigated love, loss, and social change. From Lady Mary's icy charm to Mr. Carson's dignified presence and the Dowager Countess's unforgettable wit, the characters of Downton Abbey became household names. Now, let's take a look at how the stars of Downton Abbey have changed over the years, and what they've been up to since leaving the halls of Highclere Castle. Lady Edith Crawley, the often overlooked middle daughter of the aristocratic Crawley family in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Laura Carmichael. Born on July 16, 1986, in Southampton, England, Carmichael was 24 years old when she first appeared as Edith in 2010. With her quiet determination, emotional vulnerability, and eventual transformation into a confident editor and marchioness, Edith became one of the series' most compelling figures. Carmichael portrayed her through all 6 seasons and the follow-up films. As of 2025, Carmichael is 39 years old and continues to work steadily in film and television, praised for her nuanced performances and versatility across both period dramas and contemporary roles. Robert Crawley, the dignified and duty-bound Earl of Grantham in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Hugh Bonneville. Born on November 10, 1963, in London, England, Bonneville was 47 years old when he first appeared as Robert in 2010. With his commanding presence, moral convictions, and deep love for his family and estate, Robert anchored the series through its many twists and turns. Bonneville's performance brought warmth and complexity to a traditional aristocrat adapting to a changing world. He played the role throughout the series and its films. Currently, Bonneville is 61 years old and remains active in film, television, and theatre, including acclaimed dramatic and comedic roles. Charles Carson, the proud and dignified butler of Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Jim Carter. Born on August 19, 1948, in Harrogate, England, Carter was 62 years old when he first stepped into the role in 2010. With his booming voice, traditional values, and deep loyalty to the Crawley family, Carson became a cornerstone of the series. His subtle humour and touching relationship with Mrs. Hughes added emotional depth. Carter portrayed him throughout the series and in the film sequels. Today, Carter is 76 years old and remains involved in the arts, lending his voice to documentaries and participating in various cultural and charitable projects. Lady Mary Crawley, the poised and sharp-witted eldest Crawley daughter in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Michelle Dockery. Born on December 15, 1981, in London, England, Dockery was 29 years old when she debuted as Mary in 2010. With her commanding presence, emotional complexity, and fierce loyalty to her family, Mary became a central figure in the series. Dockery's performance captured Mary's transformation from icy aristocrat to resilient estate leader and devoted mother. She remained in the role throughout the series and its films. Now, Dockery is 43 years old and continues to take on varied screen roles, including critically praised work in modern thrillers and dramas. John Bates, the loyal and quietly noble valet in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Brendan Coyle. Born on December 2, 1963, in Corby, Northamptonshire, England, Coyle was 47 years old when he first appeared as Bates in 2010. With his gentle demeanour, moral strength, and enduring love for Anna, Bates quickly became a fan favourite. His storyline, marked by hardship, false accusations, and ultimate redemption, added emotional weight to the series. Coyle played Bates across all 6 seasons and in the film continuations. Presently, Coyle is 61 years old and continues to act in both television and independent cinema, often praised for his depth and gravitas on screen. Anna Bates, the kind-hearted and resilient lady's maid in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Joanne Froggatt. Born on August 23, 1980, in Littlebeck, North Yorkshire, England, Froggatt was 30 years old when she first appeared as Anna in 2010. With quiet strength, warmth, and unshakable loyalty, especially to her husband, Mr. Bates, Anna became one of the show's most beloved characters. Her emotional journey, marked by love, trauma, and perseverance, earned Froggatt critical acclaim. She played Anna throughout the series and in the film sequels. As of 2025, Froggatt is 44 years old and remains active in high-profile TV dramas, often praised for her powerful and emotionally nuanced performances. Mrs. Hughes, the capable and compassionate housekeeper of Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Phyllis Logan. Born on January 11, 1956, in Paisley, Scotland, Logan was 54 years old when she first appeared as Mrs. Hughes in 2010. With her calm authority, steady moral compass, and subtle wit, Mrs. Hughes brought warmth and wisdom to the downstairs staff. Her evolving relationship with Mr. Carson added heartfelt moments to the series. Logan portrayed her throughout all 6 seasons and the film follow-ups. Currently, Logan is 69 years old and continues to appear in British television, often in dramatic and character-driven roles that showcase her long-established talent. Thomas Barrow, the ambitious and complex under-butler in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Robert James Collier. Born on September 23, 1976, in Salford, England, James Collier was 33 years old when he first appeared as Thomas in 2010. Known for his sharp tongue, hidden vulnerabilities, and evolving identity, Thomas was one of the show's most layered characters. His personal struggles and eventual growth into a more sympathetic figure made his arc especially memorable. James Collier remained in the role through the entire series and its films. Today, James Collier is 48 years old and continues to work in both television and film, often exploring darker or emotionally complex roles. Cora Crawley, the gracious and empathetic Countess of Grantham in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Elizabeth McGovern. Born on July 18, 1961, in Evanston, Illinois, USA, McGovern was 48 years old when she first appeared as Cora in 2010. As the American-born matriarch of the Crawley family, Cora brought warmth, diplomacy, and quiet strength to the series. Her balanced perspective often bridged the gap between tradition and progress. McGovern played Cora throughout all 6 seasons and in the follow-up films. Now, McGovern is 64 years old and remains active in the arts, dividing her time between acting, music, and stage work on both sides of the Atlantic. Daisy Mason, the earnest and quick-witted kitchen maid in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Sophie McShay-Rah. Born on May 17, 1985, in Bradford, West Yorkshire, England, McShay-Rah was 24 years old when she first appeared as Daisy in 2010. Starting as a timid scullery maid, Daisy's journey toward independence, education, and confidence made her one of the show's most relatable characters. Her growth was both touching and inspiring. McShay-Rah remained in the role throughout the series and its film continuations. Presently, McShay-Rah is 40 years old and continues to appear in television, film, and stage productions, often praised for her comedic timing and spirited performances. Violet Crawley, the sharp-tongued and regal Dowager Countess of Grantham in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Dame Maggie Smith. Born on December 28, 1934, in Ilford, Essex, England, Smith was 76 years old when she first appeared as Violet in 2010. With her biting wit, impeccable timing, and commanding presence, she brought unforgettable charm and depth to the role. Smith remained with the series through all 6 seasons and its first 2 films, delivering some of the show's most iconic lines. Dame Maggie Smith passed away on September 27, 2024, at age 89. Her legacy continues through her remarkable body of work across stage and screen. Isabel Crawley, the compassionate and strong-minded cousin of the Crawley family in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Penelope Wilton. Born on June 3, 1946, in Scarborough, North Yorkshire, England, Wilton was 64 years old when she first appeared as Isabel in 2010. Known for her progressive views, quiet resilience, and witty clashes with the Dowager Countess, Isabel brought heart, intellect, and humour to the series. Wilton played the role throughout all 6 seasons and in the film adaptations. As of 2025, Wilton is 79 years old and continues to take on thoughtful, character-driven roles that reflect her lifelong dedication to nuanced storytelling. Mrs. Patmore, the no-nonsense and warm-hearted cook of Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Leslie Nichol. Born on August 7, 1953, in Manchester, England, Nichol was 57 years old when she first appeared as Mrs. Patmore in 2010. With her fiery temper, quick wit, and deep care for her kitchen staff, especially Daisy, Mrs. Patmore brought energy and humour to the downstairs world. Nichol remained in the role through all 6 seasons and the follow-up films, earning praise for her spirited performance. Currently, Nichol is 71 years old and continues to embrace a variety of creative projects, including voice work, stage roles, and autobiographical storytelling. Joseph Molesley, the earnest and often awkward footman-turned-teacher in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Kevin Doyle. Born on April 10, 1960, in Scunthorpe, Lincolnshire, England, Doyle was 50 years old when he first appeared as Molesley in 2010. Initially portrayed as unlucky and timid, Molesley's gradual journey toward confidence and purpose made him one of the show's most endearing characters. His gentle humor and loyalty added depth to both the upstairs and downstairs stories. Doyle remained in the role throughout the series and its films. Today, Doyle is 65 years old and continues to pursue dynamic roles in period dramas and contemporary television. Tom Branson, the idealistic chauffeur-turned-family member in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Alan Leach. Born on May 18, 1981, in Killarney, County Dublin, Ireland, Leach was 29 years old when he first appeared as Branson in 2010. With his political convictions, sincere heart, and gradual transformation from outsider to trusted Crawley ally, Branson became a symbol of change within the aristocratic world. Leach played the role throughout the series and its films, bringing warmth and depth to the character. Now, Leach is 44 years old and continues to build an international career, appearing in both historical dramas and modern thrillers. Sarah O'Brien, the scheming and sharp-tongued ladies maid to Cora Crawley in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Siobhan Finneran. Born on April 27, 1966, in Oldham, Lancashire, England, Finneran was 44 years old when she first appeared as O'Brien in 2010. Known for her manipulative nature, cutting remarks, and intense loyalty to her mistress, O'Brien was a central figure in the show's early drama. Finneran left the series after the third season, leaving a lasting impression despite her limited run. Presently, Finneran is 59 years old and continues to earn acclaim in gritty dramas and crime series, known for her depth and realism on screen. Dr. Richard Clarkson, the dependable and level-headed village doctor in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by David Robb. Born on August 23, 1947, in London, England, Robb was 63 years old when he first appeared as Dr. Clarkson in 2010. With his calm demeanor, professional integrity, and quiet compassion, Clarkson served as a trusted advisor to both the Crawley family and the local community. Though not a central character, his presence brought stability and wisdom to many key moments. As of 2025, Robb is 77 years old and continues to contribute to British television and theatre through thoughtful, seasoned performances. Matthew Crawley, the principled and forward-thinking heir to Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Dan Stevens. Born on October 10, 1982, in Croydon, London, England, Stevens was 28 years old when he first appeared as Matthew in 2010. With his modern outlook, moral conviction, and deep love for Lady Mary, Matthew became a beloved figure and key part of the show's early success. His tragic death in Season 3 shocked fans and marked a major turning point in the series. Currently, Stevens is 42 years old and continues to enjoy a thriving international career, taking on bold and diverse roles in film and streaming projects. Lady Sybil Crawley, the compassionate and forward-thinking youngest daughter of the Crawley family in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Jessica Brown Findlay. Born on September 14, 1989, in Cookham, Berkshire, England, Findlay was 21 years old when she first appeared as Sybil in 2010. With her modern ideals, gentle strength, and romance with Tom Branson, Sybil represented a new era for the family. Her sudden death in Season 3 was one of the series' most heartbreaking moments. Today, Findlay is 35 years old and continues to take on bold, unconventional roles that highlight her emotional depth and artistic range. Lady Rose MacClair, the lively and free-spirited cousin of the Crawley family in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Lily James. Born on April 5, 1989, in Esher, Surrey, England, James was 23 years old when she first appeared as Rose in 2012. With her youthful energy, rebellious streak, and embrace of modern life, Rose brought a fresh dynamic to the later seasons of the series. James remained in the role through the show's final episodes and the first film. Now, James is 36 years old and has built an acclaimed career, starring in high-profile period pieces, romantic dramas, and international feature films. Phyllis Baxter, the soft-spoken and quietly courageous lady's maid in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Raquel Cassidy. Born on January 22, 1968, in Fleet, Hampshire, England, Cassidy was 45 years old when she joined the series as Baxter in 2013. Initially introduced with a troubled past, Baxter won viewers over with her sincerity, moral strength, and deep sense of loyalty to the Crawley family. Her evolving bond with Mr. Molesley added warmth and depth to her storyline. Presently, Raquel Cassidy is 57 years old and continues to deliver subtle, character-driven work across various dramatic projects. Lady Rosamund Painswick, the elegant and sharp-tongued sister of Robert Crawley in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Samantha Bond. Born on November 27, 1961, in Kensington, London, England, Bond was 49 years old when she first appeared as Rosamund in 2010. Known for her refined demeanor, cutting observations and protective instincts, especially toward her nieces. Rosamund often served as a voice of reason in the family. Bond played the role throughout the series and returned for the film sequels. As of 2025, Samantha Bond is 63 years old and continues to shine in both classic and contemporary roles, admired for her intelligence and commanding screen presence. Jimmy Kent, the confident and often flirtatious footman in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Ed Spaliers. Born on April 7, 1988, in Chichester, West Sussex, England, Spaliers was 24 years old when he joined the cast as Jimmy in 2012. With his charm, ambition, and complicated relationships downstairs, Jimmy brought tension and energy to the servant storyline. Though his time at Downton was relatively brief, the character left a lasting impression. Spaliers exited the series after season 5. Currently, Ed Spaliers is 37 years old and continues to expand his career with roles in action series, thrillers, and major streaming productions. Alfred Nugent, the polite and hard-working footman with culinary aspirations in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Matt Milne. Born on September 27, 1990, in Hereford, England, Milne was 21 years old when he first appeared as Alfred in 2012. With his tall stature, earnest demeanor, and ambition to become a chef, Alfred stood out among the younger staff. His kind nature and unrequited feelings for Ivy brought tenderness to the downstairs storylines. Milne left the series after season 4. Today, Matt Milne is 34 years old and continues to work steadily, balancing acting roles with work behind the camera in independent film projects. Ethel Parks, the spirited and tragic housemaid in Downton Abbey, was portrayed by Amy Nuttall. Born on June 7, 1982, in Blackburn, Lancashire, England, Nuttall was 29 years old when she first appeared as Ethel in 2011. Ethel's storyline, marked by scandal, heartbreak, and eventual redemption, brought emotional weight to the early seasons. Her struggles as a single mother and her determination to rebuild her life highlighted the limited options faced by women of her class. Nuttall appeared through season 3 and returned briefly in later episodes. Now, Amy Nuttall is 43 years old and continues to appear in television dramas and stage productions across the UK. And that wraps up our look at the transformations of the Downton Abbey cast. Which character left the biggest impression on you? Were you surprised by how their careers evolved after the series? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this elegant trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Golden Faces UK for more tributes to Britain's most beloved TV stars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.